Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Jonas Rex. I am your captain of the 1912 Titanic swim team, and today I am going to be seeing how we can take a win with the Mega Gengar battle deck. All right, so this deck came out about a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago now, and I haven't had a chance to play it yet. I've been quite busy. So now that we're going to jump on the ladder with it, we're going to see that there's 2 bosses, or there's 4 lilies, which is a massive thing to have in this deck for consistency. 1 Mega Signal, which I'm not sure, like, in most decks, if Mega Signal is all that much better than Ultra Ball, it's still yet to be proven for me. 2 Rare Candies, 2 Risky Ruins, which kind of seems unnecessary in this deck, but it's a nice stadium to have. It's a good stadium bump. 2 Switch, 2 Ultra Ball. We are playing 4 Ghastly, 1 Haunter, and 2 Mega Gengar. So this Mega Battle deck is already telling you want to be Rare Candying into Mega Gengar. They're not giving you those full fat lines of wasted Haunters in the middle. We have our 2 Sableye. Sableye attacks for 90 damage if there is a stage 2 in play, which is going to be our Mega Gengar. And as long as our opponent is attacking with EXs, if they KO the Sableye, they're not taking any prizes. Seviper is our bigger and better attacker. I think in most cases, you're going to want to play maybe 1 of the Sableye, 3 or 4 of the Seviper, because you can attack for 240 with this thing as long as our Mega Gengar is in play. And just like before, if our opponent is KOing that Pokemon with an EX, they're not taking any prizes, meaning that our hand advantage continues to grow and theirs does not. And we can recycle these things with the Night Stretchers that we're playing. I believe this deck only plays 2. I would consider moving that up because you are going to be losing your single prize Pokemon, maybe even playing a Sacred Ash or an Energy Recycler as well, because those energies need to be in the deck for Toxtricity to accelerate them to your benched Pokemon, high-key benched Pokemon. You'll see in the gameplay that we have later that I completely misread that. But once this gets onto our bench Pokemon and it goes into the discard pile, we can use Night Stretchers to try and put them back into our hand, but then we're manually attaching, right? So we do want an Energy Recycler to put them back into the deck, or if you're more of a Super Rod kind of person, you can go ahead and play Super Rod instead. Now, one of the biggest engines that we have here is our Toxtricity line. 2-2 seemed to be worked pretty well for me in the matchup that I was able to showcase for this. We go ahead and drop the Toxel. On the next turn, we get the Toxtricity down. If we can get both of them rolling, we can charge the Seviper up in 1 turn, including our manual attachment. Eternatus, this is definitely something that is structured deck filler. I would totally cut this, but it had its moment for me. Then you have Dawn. Maybe consider playing 2 Dawn, right? Because if I want to get straight up into Mega Gengar, or in certain situations where it's like I have Ghastly, I have the Rare Candy, I need to get my stage 2, Dawn finds you the stage 2, plus it finds you a basic, so it can grab you Seviper, and maybe you already had Toxel down, so it can grab you a stage 1 as well. Like, Dawn is just fantastic for consistency in any deck that has multiple evolution lines, or if you are playing a grass deck and you have Force of Vitality, it can just take you all the way up the line in 1 turn. Grimsley's move, haven't had a chance to actually resolve this card. I've tried it in some other experimental decks. I've tried it in this battle deck. Did not draw it in here as it is a 1-of, and in the experimental decks, nothing happened because I whipped. So, you know, one of these days I will be showcasing what Grimsley's move does and maybe how many copies that we should be playing with it. But for now, I'm saying 1 is fine. Punk Helmet, it is kind of like Sucker Punch. You can put it on your Pokemon, I guess. I think there's better tools you could be playing, but it comes in the structure deck and we're going to use it. Haunter at a 1-of. We have an Alt-Art Haunter. So actually this is a 4-2-2 line. I could see you cutting this to 1 and just playing the pretty one. No need to play the second one. You're only playing 2 Mega Gengars, and your opponent's probably not bossing this up going after it unless they have a fighting type Pokemon that's going to hit you for weakness, right? 13 basic energy. I like that number right now. You could probably trim it to 10, especially if you're adding an Energy Recycler, right? Because you do just need the energy in the deck for Toxtricity. Maybe playing Energy Recycler will alleviate some of this space. You play 1 or 2 Energy Recycler. That does free up another deck slot, right? If you were going to be moving things around. We play 2 Arven, and I cannot scroll down. Oh yeah, I can. Show you how many of everything else you're playing. Here we go. We have 1 Iona, which I can see you bumping to 2, along with Dawn, maybe bumping some more. 3 Nest Ball, which I can see you bumping to even more. 2 Buddy Buddy Poppin'. Again, I can see you bumping that to like 3 or 4, because there's a lot of little guys that we do want to be getting out. But Buddy Buddy Poppin' does miss on Sableye, Seviper. It really only hits our Toxel. So maybe you want to max out on Nest Balls and maybe get Artisan into the mix so we can get some of our other guys going on. And that would replace our Risky Ruins, because Risky Ruins doesn't really do much for us. Maybe it makes some KOs work, but a lot of decks are playing Monkey Dory. They're healing stuff off. You have decks like Venusaur that are moving, they're healing that damage as well. Like, we maybe don't want to leave damage counters in the format, even though we're going to be one-hit KOing the Gardevoir matchup. Night Stretcher, I could see you bumping this or just replacing it with like Sacred Ash or Energy Recycler, or playing that alongside of it too seems fine for Night Stretcher. And then we have one Pokegear. I like Pokegear as a card. I feel like if you're ever playing it, you want to play more than one of it, because you're using it to find multiple different supporters. So at least bumping this to 2 might be the move. But let's go ahead and see how this turned out for me. All right, here we are with our opening hand from the structure deck, unedited. This is what you get straight out of the box. We're going to see if we can go ahead and pull out a win against Charizard EX. What a deck to be going against. All right, I'm feeling pretty good about this. I like what we have with our top, so I believe we are going first as well, which I do love to go first in evolving decks. And we do have our Haunter plus our Mega Gengar, so being able to get down our Ghastly now would be very helpful. All right, so we're actually going second. They're opening up Buddy Buddy Poppin'. And Maximum Belt, interesting addition. They are just very confident that this Charmander is going to live, which it might, very well could. But we have a lot going on here. Do I want to Lilies this away? I feel like I don't, right? Getting it back might be pretty difficult, but I do want to find some other cards out here to help out my game plan. So first I need to get down this Ghastly. That's step 1 into getting Mega Gengar in play. But secondly, I do want to get, basically going to put them on your bench. I do want to get my Sevipers in play as well. So it seems like I can go ahead and do that with this. What are the odds? Are they putting this there because they have Rare Candy Charizard? You think that that's what they're doing here? Oh, putting this back in the deck could be horrible, but I'm gonna I think I'm gonna do it. Okay. We will be able to call for family, but we're gonna Lilies and see what else we can set up first. Right, what does Eternatus do for us? Discard a Stadium and play Power Rush 130. If Tails during your next turn, this Pokemon can't use attack. So I honestly don't like that card. I don't think it's very good. We're gonna go ahead and also get down a second Toxel and a second Ghastly, because why not? So we're cooking with this deck. So we might not even really need this attack, and we might have actually just put ourselves in a much worse situation right now. So that Lilies was a bad Lilies overall, but we're gonna live with it, live with what we got. It's the last card we need here. If you have any stage 2 movement on the bench, this does more damage. We'll just get another Seviper. Locked and loaded. All we could really use now is Dawn. Dawn would go crazy. Or, you know, actually just another Lilies would be fantastic. And we can Playful Kick on a Cleffa. I wouldn't be mad at that. They have Rare Candy Zard like we imagined those could be a little bit. Iono is going to save the day for us. Wow. What a play by our opponent to give us a better hand. Okay, so we have Rare Candy plus Lilies. Ultra Ball can get us to the Mega Gengar. They're not KOing this on this turn. Love that. Okay, so Ultra Ball, Plunk Helmet, Energy away? Yeah. Gets us to Mega Gengar. Lilies can find us the rest of the way to Toxtricity, which we can use to charge up this bad boy with an attachment. I'm liking where we're at right here. That Iono might have saved the entire day. And we'll just go Seviper, prizeless Seviper. Like, they won't be able to take prizes on us. And this thing's going to be doing 240. We love that. We love that a lot. Yep, fine with that. Fine with that all the way through. All right, they're on a 1-card hand. And honestly, I'll toss both of these Punk Helmets. I am okay with that. Now we just have to go get our Mega Gengar. Rare Candy our way up that ladder. Booyah. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and attach here. And all we have to do is find Toxtricities. We do need to find 2 of them. But looks like we found 2 of them. Okay, perfect. We're going to go ahead and retreat here. Get this Seviper into the active. Go down Toxtricity. Throw down another Toxtricity. Toxtricity is going to accelerate from the deck, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Attach it to one of your benched. Oh, we jumped the gun. We jumped the gun. It's okay. Get it on this one. And we'll go ahead and get it on this one as well. They have a 1-card hand, so if they do anything with that, you know I deserve this. But we totally jumped the gun there. We sold the whole bag. The whole bag, nothing but the bag. All been sold right here. And we'll just retreat. Okay, there's the Charizard. They can take out this Viper. It won't be for any prizes, so that's the plus side of that. They will not get any prizes for KOing this Viper. All of them on the Zard. All right, put it all on Zard. And what's cool is we can actually finish off the KO after this Viper goes down with this Viper. What did I just say? We could, after this Viper goes down, we could finish off the KO with our Mega Gengar if we so decide to. Or if there's a way for us to get that back, that would be very helpful. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and attach and start swinging. They're going to KO us. They'll win that battle, but we really just want to set up our next play. And I think our next play, in all honesty, is going to be this Eternatus for 130. That will KO it. They'll KO it back. I'm okay with it in this situation. I didn't want to have to use it, but looks like we're going to use it. Bang, let's get that going. Get another Sinister Surge over here. All right. Eternatus attacks next play. Love that. Lilies get us some more cards in hand. Remember, our opponent is sitting here with no cards in hand, so we are loving that. Night Stretcher. What are we getting back with that? The Viper on the next turn. I love that. We don't need a deep dig for anything with Poke Gear. We're just going to attack. 240 damage. Pitch Black Fangs. Gengar Viper. Seems pretty strong to me. Alright, what's our opponent do with a 1 card in hand now? They attach, and I'm assuming they KO the threat. They have to, but the Eternatus is going to be able to get the KO. We'll also be able to Night Stretcher up a second Viper, which is really cool. And also, we can Night Stretcher and Energy back into our deck so that we can accelerate off the Toxtricity to continue that. So we're definitely attaching because we want to attack. I'm going to Night Stretcher, get back a Viper. Get that down. I'm also going to Night Stretcher, get back an Energy. Oh, do I even want to Iono? Here's the question. I'm actually just going to get back this Viper. So I don't want to Iono here because my opponent has no cards in their hand. And as long as they keep KOing no prize Pokemon, it's going to be difficult for them to play the game. And we do have 4, now 3 energies in there, so we can get by for a little bit. Yep, down to 1. My bad, miscounted. There's 1 energy left, meaning 1 more Toxtricity roll, but if we can put all of that back, is there a way that we can put that back in this structure deck? Alright, so if I were playing the structure deck, I definitely want an energy recycler somewhere in there, but we're doing fine right now. I'm going to go ahead and Mega Signal and get a second Gengar into play, because that is just where all of our power plays are going to be coming from. Let's get this guy down, and let's Power Rush 130. And he can't attack next turn. That's mad unfortunate. Alright, we'll take those 2 prizes. Where does our opponent go from here? I assume they go Cleffa. Cleffa's the move. Oh, okay. You'd think you'd want to draw cards since you haven't been able to do that this entire game. But since you don't want to draw cards, we will not be able to Shatter and KO the Cleffa. Oh, we just have so many cards. Okay, I can shuffle this energy back in, and that'll put 2 energies in the deck. But I kind of just want to attach there. And we still have 1 energy in the deck, and I probably want to put one of those onto... They don't need to know that we don't have a ton of attackers. I'll just KO this because it already has the 20... Oh, it can't attack at all. Do I retreat it just to keep them on the back foot? They might retreat. They don't know what our hand looks like, right? Like, they have no idea. I'll just put this back. Just put the whole hand back, and we'll think on it for a second. Oh, switch. Cool. I don't have to get rid of stuff. Okay, cool. They got out of there. We got him out of there. We got Charizard, odd thing. And you see, when our opponent uses their entire hand and they can't take prize cards, it really does just shut down everything that you're trying to work on. That looks like it was a pretty quick matchup. We might be able to go ahead and get ourselves a second one. Psych. Jonas from the future here. Game crashed shortly hereafter, so I was actually unable to play another game, and I didn't feel like staying up any later trying to troubleshoot it or wait for it to work again. So unfortunately, you guys will just have to wait for my upgraded Mega Gengar Mega Battle Deck video. But I appreciate all of your guys' support, all of the kind comments, and all of the additions that you guys add to my decks by giving me suggestions down in the comment section below. Until next time, my name is Jonas Rex. I am your captain of the 1912 Titanic swim team, and I am signing out.